Have you ever felt a prayer stick in your throat? That moment when words fail you, and all you can do is hope that God hears the silent cries of your heart? You desperately needed a breakthrough, a miracle. You felt like you were at the end of your rope, clinging to the last thread of hope. But doubt clouded your heart. We've all been there, questioning if our prayers are even heard. Life can feel like a parched desert, longing for a drop of God's grace. Every step feels heavy, every moment a struggle. But what if I told you that miracles aren't reserved for biblical heroes? They are for you and me here and now. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. His power and love remain unchanged. He longs to move in your life, to shower you with blessings beyond your wildest dreams. He wants to turn your desert into a garden. The key? Unlocking the miracle-working power of God within your own heart. It starts with a simple act of faith. It starts with a mustard seed of faith. Just a tiny bit of belief can set the stage for the miraculous. Remember the story of the mustard seed? That small, seemingly insignificant seed holds the potential for greatness. Jesus said that even a tiny seed planted in faith could grow into a mighty tree. It symbolizes the power of faith to transform. The same principle applies to our lives. Our small acts of faith can lead to monumental changes. When we approach God with childlike trust, believing in His power even when we can't see the outcome, we create space for Him to work wonders. It's in those moments of pure faith that miracles happen. Faith isn't about conjuring up feelings of certainty or denying the reality of our struggles. It's about acknowledging our challenges and still choosing to believe. It's about placing our trust in the one who holds the universe in his hands, the master gardener of our lives. Just as a gardener knows the right time to plant and harvest, for truly I say to you, if you have faith like a grain of mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, "Move from here to there," and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. Matthew 17:20. This is a promise of immense power and potential. Think of your life as a garden. You plant the seeds of prayer, hope, and action. Each seed represents a step of faith, a moment of trust, but it's God who sends the sun, the rain, and makes those seeds sprout and grow. He nurtures them in ways we cannot see. Our part is to trust the gardener, knowing that He is working behind the scenes, even when we don't see immediate results. Patience is key in this journey. He sees the bigger picture, the ultimate harvest He desires for us. A harvest of blessings, growth, and fulfillment. When we surrender our worries, our doubts, and our need to control, we open ourselves to the miraculous work He longs to do. Trust in His timing, His process, and His love. Prayer is the lifeline between our hearts and heaven, a direct channel to the throne room of God. It's not about reciting empty words or trying to convince God to do our bidding. It's about connecting with our loving Father, sharing our deepest desires, and aligning our will with His. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. Philippians 4:6. When we bring our burdens to God in prayer, we release them into His capable hands. We acknowledge that He is bigger than any problem we face, and as we pray, something incredible happens. We begin to see our circumstances through His eyes, filled with hope, possibility, and the assurance that He hears every word. Obedience is often misunderstood. It's not about following a rigid set of rules to earn God's favor. It's about aligning our lives with His will, becoming vessels for His love, grace, and miraculous power to flow through us. But be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. James 2:17. When we strive to live in accordance with God's teachings, we position ourselves to receive His blessings. We become instruments of His peace, His healing, and His transformative power in the world. Our obedience becomes a beacon, drawing others to the light of His love and experiencing the miraculous firsthand. I've witnessed countless stories of God's miraculous intervention, each one a testament to His boundless love and power. A single mother, on the verge of eviction, receives an unexpected financial blessing, a lifeline that renews her faith and hope. A doctor, baffled by a patient's condition, witnesses a miraculous healing that defies all medical explanations. A prodigal son, lost in addiction, finds his way back home, embraced by the unconditional love of his family. These stories remind us that God is still in the miracle-working business, touching lives in ways we can't always comprehend. He's present in the everyday moments, the answered prayers, the unexpected breakthroughs that leave us in awe. We may not always see fireworks or parting seas, but when we open our hearts and minds, we'll start to recognize the subtle yet profound ways He's working in our lives, often in the quietest moments. It might be a gentle nudge in the right direction, a signpost guiding us when we're lost, a comforting whisper in the midst of chaos, a reminder that we are never alone, or an overwhelming sense of peace that surpasses all understanding, filling our hearts with tranquility. These are the glimpses of His glory, the evidence that He's still moving, still working, still performing miracles in the lives of those who believe, reminding us of His eternal presence and love. Don't underestimate the power of faith, even a mustard seed's worth. Don't underestimate the power of prayer to move mountains and change hearts. Don't underestimate the power of aligning your life with God's will and becoming a vessel of His love. He longs to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine in our lives. Open your heart to the possibility, nurture the seed of faith within you, and watch in awe as God orchestrates miracles in your life, big and small. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope, Jeremiah 29:11. Your miracle awaits. Share this video with your family and friends so they too can experience God's miracles. Rewatch this video to let the message sink in. Leave a like so the algorithm recommends it to others.